Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you again. I just wanted to share some quick thoughts as I head back home from a trip to see my family in Augusta, Georgia. Unfortunately, my uncle Gene passed away and went there for the funeral. It was great to see some family members that I don't get to see that often. Really enjoyed being able to do that. And to see my sister, which was fantastic as well. I put a picture of she and I on my Instagram account and my Twitter account and my Facebook account, which I will go ahead and share the links with you in the description. But one of the things I wanted to talk about aside from family, and before I get started actually, I just want to say this. If you have family that you haven't seen in a while, you haven't spoken to in a while, be sure to reach out to them and talk to them and just see how they're doing. Say hello, tell them you love them. If you're close enough to go visit them personally, go visit them and hug them and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them being in your lives. Because I got to see my Aunt Gwen, who I haven't seen in some time now. It's been years, and it's just great to see her again. Seeing my sister again was fantastic. It's been a few months. And seeing my cousins and uncles and aunts again was fantastic too. And so Uncle Gene was a great guy, great man. Sad to see him go. I enjoyed seeing the family. And I just pray that he's with God in heaven and looking down, smiling on all of us right now. So aside from that, the thing I really wanted to discuss with you all is I've been kind of sort of following the news when it comes to this whole impeachment thing. And I understand that the articles were taken from the House to the Senate, and Nancy Pelosi had a signing ceremony where she was giving out pens, which I mean, really, Nancy. Wow. And so now the Senate's trying to come up with rules for this whole deal and how those rules should be handled. And in my personal belief, because I do believe it was kind of a sham trial, because we were told it was urgent. The president did all this terrible stuff. We got to hurry up and convict him of this, or actually we have to go ahead and get these charges through, these impeachment charges through rather, because we have to get this done because he's a danger to the country and it has to be done now. And then from that point where he got impeached by the House, the Nancy Pelosi, who for those of you who don't know, is the Speaker of the House, which is the main person in charge from how the House is run. The Democrats control the House right now, so whoever controls the House, whichever party controls the House, they pick a speaker, and that person kind of runs the show over there. So after they convicted him before Christmas last month, they promptly set on the articles of impeachment for almost a month, which to me lent itself to the idea of, this is so urgent, why are you sitting on this stuff? So, I digress. Now they have the articles over in the Senate. The Senate's not, hasn't really come up with what rules they want to run. They're not sure about having witnesses, when the House is clamoring for witnesses. But it was really their job to have the witnesses, because that's what the indictment was about. And now they want more witnesses, but they want their witnesses, and they don't want the the Senate Republicans to have witnesses. And it's just such a cluster. My personal belief is this: considering how haphazardly this whole thing was put together, and unless you just are a true Trump hater, even the most reasonable people have to recognize the charges are flimsy. I mean, they just are. So with that in mind, what I personally would like to see the Senate do is just say, vote on dismissal. Vote on dismissing the whole thing, because it shouldn't be treated any more seriously than it was conducted. And get this thing over with and be done and move on. But I don't think, unfortunately, a lot of the Republicans in the Senate don't seem to have the same kind of cojones the president has. And I think if they were to just go ahead and dismiss the articles, it would make about as much sense as rushing the whole thing through. We can get past this and get on with the business of getting back to work for the American people, which is what we were told everyone was interested in. And so, I don't know. I'm really not that interested in watching any of this stuff because you already know how it's going to end. He's not going to get convicted. I was saying this earlier. I was like, what is the point of all this? We know he's not going to get convicted. So it just seems kind of like a big sham trial to me. I don't get it. But at any rate, they got to pull their little kabuki dance. You know, it's all politics. They don't care anything about us. It's all about politics. And so with that, I hope you guys have a great day. I want to just kind of wrap up by saying one of the beautiful things about being around family and celebrating my Uncle Gene this weekend is you recognize that there are things that are more important than politics, and family and love and togetherness and caring is far more important than any of the stuff that the idiots in Washington are doing. So with that, hope you have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Y'all take care. Steve out.